This is Bridges Burned with Megan and Amy.
We already paid the price for telling the truth, so now nothing is off limits.
The bridges are behind us, and we're on the other side of the fire. We're back, and freezing, and really white.
Oh, the pastiness. Welcome to middle of February. I love it. Have you seen those memes where it's like you don't think you have seasonal depression until, that sunlight hits you for 5 seconds in February. You're like, ah.
Honestly, your pasty is not even close to my pasty. Like I call this peak whiteness. Like the shade. I tried to put tanner on myself the other day so I wouldn't look quite so sick. And I was at a lacrosse game here and someone took a picture from across the stands. I was like, I look like Morticia. I still look so white. Why do I still look so pasty?
It's crazy to think like 20 years ago, even though it feels like 5 years ago, was 2006 when I was tanorexic AF.
Yeah, I was
like I'm from Quebec. We call it bronzage.
Bronzage.
Go to bronzage, but like a tanning salon, like twice a week. And I'm getting that thing. Like, I know it's bad for me, but just like a 10-minute little sesh.
I don't think doing a little bit here and there is bad. It's good for you need vitamin D.
Oh my God.
I need some vitamin D. Not that kind, but.
You need all the vitamin D. Full form or not.
Or not. Okay, what did you do for Valentine's Day?
We went to a Mexican restaurant. I made him go to a Mexican restaurant because there's one here and they're having a contest where you win a trip to Mexico. And I was like, we're going to go here because
we need to be bronzaged.
Hey, I'm so proud of you.
I feel like that was not proper French.
Bronzé.
Bronzé.
Bronzé. So we went and ate some Mexican food and then went home and played poncho. And we boned the next day. Oh. If you're expecting a fancy, sexy night, don't do Mexican before.
Yeah. A large meal of any kind, really, and then going home to
deep fried everything with cheese and corn.
That sounds so hot.
How did you had a Valentine?
Yeah, so obviously, I don't have a man, so me and my friends went out. It was somebody's birthday, a friend of a friend, and I was like, you know what? I am going to be hot as fuck this Valentine's Day, whether I have somebody or not. So I ordered this really hot, bodysuit type thing and wore some pants with it, earrings, whatever. Got some nails, and my friend was like, but first we're going to a lacrosse game. I was like, I don't think this is appropriate for a lacrosse game. Like when I go up and down the stairs to get a drink or whatever, I was holding it closed. My titties were all out. I was like, this is
hiding their children's, my virgin eyes.
This is not appropriate. But what else was I going to do? So we went to that. Actually, so much fun.
Yeah.
I haven't even been to the Scotiabank Center since I left Halifax 15 years ago almost. And I had a great time.
Yeah, they were really fun. The music, the vibes, the beer.
Yeah. So I had a Cutwater. Have you ever had one of those?
No, I've heard of them and they seem dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, I split it with my friend because I was a little nervous, to be honest.
8% alcohol.
I think it's 12%. But also I'm like, when I drink a can of wine, it's also 11-12%. I don't see the big deal.
My girl math is like a 7% beer. I'm like, are you trying to kill me? But a 7% wine. I'm like, what's
ew? Why would I drink that?
Yeah.
So I don't really know I had a great night, but I don't know if the Cutwater did what it does to people, to me, but
well, that's good.
I did cry at one point, so maybe it did.
Oh.
maybe it did. I don't cry very often when I drink. So yeah, we went to that. Then we went to Lot 6. We had an espresso martini. I love espresso martinis, which is crazy because I don't drink coffee ever, but I love an espresso martini. Every time we go out, I have one to start off the night, always. And then we went to Nellie's, and then we went to Pizza Corner and got poutine with stuffing, which is like a Newfie thing, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, like a poutine with the works or something like that.
I don't know. All I know is I was like, I want stuffing on mine. I got it. And next thing I know, I woke up on this couch a few hours later, half naked, just the bodysuit on, no blanket, nothing. The poutine was done in front of me. It was annihilated, and I had Top Boy on.
So it sounds like the Cutwater did its job.
I was like, maybe the Cutwater did work, actually.
But
it was fun.
how do you feel being single on Valentine's Day? I love, by the way, that Galentine's has taken over. And I even know women who are in relationships and like, peace out, I'm hanging out with the girls tonight.
Yeah, I mean, last night I also had a pajama girls Valentine's Day party at one of my friends' house too. So honestly, like I think especially with what has happened to me in the last few months, I think it's a little bit tough because it is okay, I try and be realistic with this. Valentine's Day is a day that was created because no one was spending money after Christmas. So they're like, how do we get consumerism up? Let's create a day of love. That's really what it is. But it doesn't matter. It's still a fucking reminder everywhere when you don't have someone. Yeah. The thing is, I can do everything. I can do all that stuff on my own. I can find girls to hang out with. I can dress up. I can do the nails. I can buy my own flowers. I can do that, like Miley Cyrus. But like, sometimes I think yesterday I was feeling down. Maybe that was also the come down from the Cutwater, but I did feel a little depressed yesterday.
Well, I mean, like we talked about, even if you are in a relationship, there's like this expectation to have sex, obviously. But yeah, like you're cold, you're fat, you're pasty, and you're like, all right, we're going to get naked, but we got to get under these covers real quick.
Especially in Nova Scotia, too. Like, I've been used to BC every Valentine's Day. It's not that cold there. Well, in Vancouver area, it's not that cold. Yeah, it's a weird thing because I try not to let myself get down about a stupid day, but you do think about it. So I did make sure I had plans.
So you had a pretty like rough split. Like it was kudos to you for doing it. You cut it off after, back and forth for a few years. Do you really think you are ready to get back in the game and give it your all?
Yeah.
You are.
Oh yeah. I'm like mentally top of my fucking game. I know I am. Like regardless of if I've been through bad shit in the last couple of years, I've gotten out of it the way I have because of the work I've done. I am very confident. I'm confident in the way I look and in the things I do. Like, yeah, I think I would be such a different girlfriend now, different girlfriend, wife, whatever, than I was when I had my last couple of relationships. I just think I'd be so different. But I haven't been able to test it out. I think I'm too healed. Actually.
Hashtag too healed.
Yeah, hashtag way too healed.
Okay, so what do we do? How do we find you a man? What have you tried so far? Like what is it like single in 2026?
I mean, it's not great. I mean, I'll do the random like Hinge shit occasionally, but then I can't. I hate it. I don't like doing the online dating stuff. I find it so stressful. I like to feel people's vibes in real life, but then I'm like, well, in real life, when I do meet people, it's where do I meet them?
Do you feel, because I missed the boat on all of the online dating stuff, do you feel like there is just too many options now and people are always looking for bigger, better?
Yeah.
It's going to be this.
Yeah, I think so. But especially if you have very low self-esteem, like I don't think I would be at that place. I think if I meet someone that I really like connect with, I'm attracted to, all this kind of shit, I'm not going to be like, but what if? Because I already know I've already experienced dating so much. I know if you find something, keep it. If it's amazing, keep it. Nothing that much better is going to come along. Like, I think that's a very young way to think, like, because they're just like, ooh, options. And I don't think I am, I just think I've dated a lot to know that, when you have something amazing and you're happy, stay there. Yeah. To be honest, I've never dumped somebody because I thought something better would come along. Yeah. I've only dumped or broken up the relationship because I've been like, I'm not happy.
I think a lot of times too, and it's for, I would say younger people, like, like early 20s, and they're just looking for like the perfect thing. No relationship is going to be perfect. No. And you got to realize, like, my rule of thumb is, are you happy 80% of the time? 8% is my thing, because life is going to come at you, compromises. You're not going to get your way. Like, when you look at like your parents or your great grandparents and they're like, we're going on 90 years. And you're like, how? It's like, oh, they fought.
Yeah, of
He
course.
slept on the couch a few times, you know.
Yeah.
I've been in a relationship for almost 15 years. It's not all peaches and sunshines, and like a hard time's not a hard day. It'll be
Yeah.
months. It can be months.
Yeah.
And it's wanting to work together. So I think these people have this like thought of what it is, and as soon as something gets tough, you're like, well,
Yeah. I think, yes, I think when you're younger, you do think that. As soon as it gets hard, you're like, wait a second, this isn't supposed to be hard. But it's also like when you find somebody that you want to be with that badly, the hard stuff is just like, okay, we're going to get through this together then.
Yeah.
You must not want to be with someone that bad. If a little hardship comes along and you're like, fuck this, I'm out. Like, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. Because you're right. It's not all going to be peaches and sunshine and all that shit. It's just not.
It's just shit and mud, and it's like, wow. I think you're in a good relationship if you've never just thought and be like, wow, life would be so much easier if I was alone, and you have those thoughts.
Which I've always had in all of my relationships.
Yeah.
Which, like, my last relationship was probably 5 years ago, but then my last really big relationship was about 10 years ago, almost. And I wasn't happy. Like, I just wasn't. There was something missing.
And you tried.
Oh, I tried. I go to therapy with these people. Like, and I actually feel like I just had to heal parts of myself. Not to say that I would still want to be with them, but yeah, I needed to fix certain parts of myself. I worked fucking hard to make those relationships work.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
It's very true what they say. Like, if you're not happy with yourself, somebody else is not going to fill that void. You have to work on yourself. You have to be comfortable being by yourself. And I think that's a big, big part. Like, are you comfortable with who you are by yourself? Are you comfortable with being by yourself? Because somebody else they can come, they can go, but it's not going to fill you.
The last guy I dated, well, that's important too. The last guy I dated, he's younger than me, but he was like always saying, and I would say date loosely, but anyway, he was always like, I'm gonna move. I'm leaving Canada now. I'm moving back to the country he was originally from, and I'm gonna move to this place and I'm gonna get into acting. I was like, oh, cool, amazing. The next time I saw him, he's like, oh, I'm gonna stay in Vancouver now and I'm gonna open up a gym. And then the next thing I heard, he's like, I'm thinking about moving to New Zealand and doing da da da. And I said to him, you will never be happy unless you fix what's in here. Location change is not going to fix whatever's going on inside of you. You are restless for a reason and you need to figure that out. I can't do that for you. You got to figure that out. But I used to do that too. I used to think if I switch locations, I'll be fine. I'll be happy. And I remember my therapist saying, you have to find happiness and safety within yourself. And once that happens, you don't need to search for it in somebody else. And, I think that's sometimes scary for some people because I'm like, I don't need you. I want you. And I think some men want you to need them. Well, I don't. I don't need you. Yeah. I've already worked on my own happiness for a long time.
Do you know, it's interesting. Like, I look at these shows like Love Island or Love is Blind, and I'm like, I feel like it's wasted on the early 20s people because they don't care. They're like, I just want to find Mr. Right. And then like a 5'2" guy comes out and they're like, no. But love isn't blind, and it's like, I would love to see like the 40-year-old version of Love is Blind. Yeah, where people are like, I really don't care I just want a good, decent person.
I personally think in your 20s is too young to get married. Yeah, I mean, I think they do have a lot of 30-something-year-olds in it now, don't they?
Oh, so the new season dropped?
Which I've been watching a little bit.
Oh, just so you're not caught up. You didn't make it to Mexico yet.
No, I'm not in Mexico yet.
Okay. I love it. I love that show. I think I just love the dynamic behind it.
Yeah.
I love when you see a couple that actually like connects and you go, oh, they're going to make it.
Yeah.
But there's some heat on this season's Love is Blind because they have 7 couples instead of 6, and they only send 6 to Mexico and the other one, but they're going to say yes, and I do.
Yeah.
Had to have like their quote unquote honeymoon in Malibu. They're not even being filmed because they didn't bring enough drama.
And that's so sad because I know the ones you're talking about, and I thought they were so cute together and their connection amazing. And that's very sad because they're really just interested in the ratings. Do you think Love is Blind?
Do I think Love is Blind? I think it's a really good question. Yes and no. I think you have to have some sort of sexual connection because I believe friends can be soulmates as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think a lot of the times when you have a friend that's a soulmate is because there's no physical sexual chemistry there. I think that's a very important part. But I think you can overlook things. I think, there's certain things that you might have as a red flag right away, but then you come to accept.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started bringing effort around to people and they were like, this is not who I expected you to be with at all, because I would date like athletes, and not to say that he's not an athlete, like he's just like very different looking than the people that I would date.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he is for sure. Like it was like something different for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't believe love is blind. I think you have to, I do like the concept of meeting someone and getting to know just who they are without seeing them. I do like that. But at the end of the day, there are certain things you are and are not attracted to. Yeah. And if you cannot build that, then you can't build that.
My great grandmother had an arranged marriage at 17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Italy. And she was like 5'9" and he was 5'2". But they were married until his death, right?
Oh my gosh.
You did. You just got married. And they were like, well, I don't know. I don't remember. I was very young, but they seemed cute and happy. And
they also had no other choice.
Yeah, exactly. No other choice. But back then, that's just kind of what you did. And I get that, like, I think it's still big in Indian culture.
Yep. Arranged marriages and love marriages.
Yeah. Where the parents and, but then also I think too, if you look at like really rich people like Nikki Hilton marrying a Rockefeller, it's like, that was probably like a good family coupling to keep the money safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because like for me, there's always a vibe about someone. That's why I don't like online dating, because I can't get your vibe. I can't get a feel for it. I'm like this with everyone, friends, retail associates, like everybody. If I can tell immediately that I don't like your vibe. And if I was like that with someone I met on Love is Blind, I wouldn't be able to get over it. It's not, they could be the hottest fucking person ever in my mind. But if they've got this certain vibe about them, I don't know what it is. I just listen to my gut now about these things. And sometimes the vibe is like, whoa, I love this. We have such a good connection. And other times it's just not.
I think it's interesting too, because when you think of your 20s, it's like you just want to fuck. That's all. Yeah. You're going out and you're just looking to get laid. And so it is very look based, right? And then you ignore a lot of red flags because, well, he's a football player and can hold you over his head. That's kind of hot.
Yeah.
That's good times. But, that will fade eventually. And things like trust and loyalty and commitment.
Plus, what I think is hot, you might not think is hot. Exactly. So when someone says, I want them to be good looking, that's based on what they think is good looking. Like, I don't think that's a shallow thing to say. Because, like, someone might find me hot and someone else might find me ugly. Like, it's just based on what that person thinks.
Well, I've never heard anybody in my life be like, Megan, she's okay. Like, let's.
Well.
But also.
Actually, I have a story about that. Okay, keep going.
All that's to say, basically, I do feel like the older you get, if somebody's personality is really ugly, it can just change how somebody looks.
Absolutely.
1000%. Whereas in your younger dating, they could do no wrong because they were hot.
Yeah. No, if someone's, for example, the hottest guy ever, and we were on a date and they were rude to people or rude to servers or something, I'd be like, ew, I don't want to be around you. But speaking of people calling me ugly or whatever, I actually dated, not even date, I wouldn't even say date. But when I first came to Halifax, I started like a situationship with this guy. And he would always say to me, this is exactly what he'd say, Megan, you're fine. You're fine sometimes, especially for your age. He would never say, Megan, you look beautiful. Megan, he would always say, Megan, you're fine. You look fine sometimes. That's what he would say.
I feel like he was trying to make sure you weren't going to anybody else, putting that self-esteem down.
I feel like he wanted to keep me on his level. Instead of rise to mine, he wanted to bring me down to his. I'm like, it's not going to work. Like, it made me feel bad, of course, because like, that's just mean. Why would you say that? There's many mean things he said, but like, come on.
Yeah.
What, why do you need to say that to somebody?
Yeah, that's not cute. Oh my God, that's amazing.
The audacity is real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's called trying to bring somebody down because you don't feel good about yourself.
Having very low self-esteem. The thing is too, he's actually a very good looking guy. I'm very attracted to him. Great body, great face, I think. Like a lot of things were great about him, but then this low self-esteem just gets you every time.
Yeah.
That low self-esteem will get you every time.
And I feel when it comes to low self-esteem too, that's where control comes in, because if you're going to go out and you're looking hot, well, where are you going looking like that? And then that's suddenly, so right there, red flag.
Well, he was definitely controlling, like trying to control me feeling good about myself.
Yeah.
I remember even one time he was like, I got in the car the second time I saw him, he was like, you look better without a lot of makeup. Not even like, you look really nice right now. It's just, there was never quite the compliment. He always wanted to keep you kind of,
I think too,
gushing.
like those kind of guys with low self-esteem, A, they're jealous that they can't wear makeup. And it's B, women don't put makeup on being like, I hope this boy likes my eyeliner.
Not at all.
We want to just feel good and good for ourselves. And so it's an us thing, but they see it as, where you going looking like a whore?
Because they do stuff so women like them.
Yeah.
We don't as much do that for guys. Do we want guys to think we're hot? Yeah, obviously we do. But like you said, I'm not sticking on my fake nails for guys because I don't think they even notice, number one.
I'm not going to the gym so you like my six pack. I'm going to the gym so I'm healthy and can live a good life and eat a whole cake later.
Yeah. And you looking ripped is kind of fun too.
It is kind of fun, but I like doing it for myself.
Yeah. Now, these guys are fucked. So what was the question you asked like an hour ago? Am I dating? No, I'm not.
I want to come up with like a new dating show where it's like Love Island and Love is Blind, but it's like divorced people just looking for a second shot, or like people at our age who don't want to do the Tinder or
Bumble. I hate fucking dating sites. I don't want to do any of it.
How would be like your first time seeing somebody like old school? Would you be in a club? Are you at a restaurant? Are you at a library? Like, tell me something that you just see, like a fantasy.
I often think about it like Charlotte on Sex and the City when she was running across the street and she fell in front of a cab and then Trey saved her.
Yeah, but you don't want to be with Trey.
No, I definitely don't want to be with Trey, but
okay, Love is Blind. Now we're deep diving Charlotte's from Sex and the City's love.
Which I'm nothing like Charlotte, but yeah.
Harry, she was like, he's hairy and he's secret because he's, gross and he's this and he talks funny, but then she just loves everything about it. Could you date a Harry like that who you're just not at first sexually attracted to?
Probably not. My sexual attraction does not grow for people.
No.
Mm-mm. I tried it one time. Dated a guy for a few years, and I thought I'm not physically attracted to him, but it will grow. I kept thinking that for 3.5 years, and it just didn't. Like, it just won't. This is the thing. If you have a dad bod and a hairy back or whatever, and I'm first time I see you, for the most part, first, second, third time I see you, I'm attracted to you. It really has nothing to do with the fact that you have that dad bod necessarily, but my attraction does not grow. If I don't have that within the first 3 dates for you physically, I will never have it. So I'm not saying I can't date that sort of man, but if I don't have an attraction at the beginning to you, then I just won't get it. It will never come. You could be ripped, and if I don't have an attraction to you, I don't. I just don't. I don't know what it is.
So you like a dramatic, like, love at first sight, like.
I mean, I do. It can be the first few dates. I do like a fit man though. Like, I do like someone who goes to the gym. Like, that's very attractive to me. Regardless of if you're 30, 50, whatever. I love someone who makes that a priority and maybe plays sports, sometimes, like, just for fun. Like, I like that. That's a turn on. Someone's like, just can't be fucked to get off their ass, that's a huge turn off for me. So
have you ever had a moment where you just saw somebody from across the room and there was just like this
yes
connection?
Yes. It was with the guy that I was talking about earlier, that has the doesn't know where he belongs in this world. Literally, I saw him from across the room in Vancouver, and I was like, holy fuck. And it was like electric.
I had that. It was, oh my God, 20 years ago. Me and my bestie did a European cruise. And it was like the dress up night on the boat. And I was wearing this red dress. And I think like an excess never tear us apart was playing on the speaker. We're in the middle of the ocean. I just saw that guy and like our eyes just connected. And it was like love boat, like for a week. I was just like, my poor friend slept in the hallway many nights on that cruise. And then he was like, come with me to Paris with my family. And I'm like, I can't, I must leave. And he from like, he lived in Florida and I was in Montreal. And it was like, my dearest love. And then I went to go visit him and I met his girlfriend. So, you know,
I was not expecting that.
I know it turned out terribly wrong. It was, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. When you meet someone on vacation, that's a risky thing, I think.
Oh, for sure. But I think, too, when you just have that instant connection with somebody and you see it, when you're like, this is meant to be. And I was 21. He was like 23, has his own house. And I'm like, he has his life together, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He was my Harry because he was Jewish, too. And he's like, I have to marry a Jewish girl. And I'm like 21. I'm like, I'll convert. Baruch atah. Like, now looking back, I was just like, oh, my God.
Oh my God. Yeah, the guy that I saw across the room, he's a lot younger than me. And, well, I haven't talked about the situation publicly and I'm not going to still, but like we had just a fucking messy thing that happened at the end of last year. And like, to me, I was like, you know this, I was like, why him? Why does this have to happen with him? Like, because for me, I always felt like something big was going to happen with him in my life. And it did. But I'm just like, and then that's it. Then you just leave and we're never gonna talk ever again. Like, I don't know.
And it's interesting too, because you have those connections. So you're like, oh, well, this must be what it is to meet your soulmate or something. So you feel like you have to give that spark a try. But anytime I've had that feeling, it was just like an utter disaster.
Yeah, maybe sparks are not necessarily the tell-all.
Yeah.
Isn't that just anxiety? Don't they just say those butterflies are anxiety? Because if the person was a person that kept you calm and grounded, they're actually the kind of person we should want to be with.
Yeah. I still remember the moment I like loved Ev, and we all worked together because, you know, I like to shit where I eat. And I was upstairs cleaning a Tupperware and he came upstairs in the kitchen and he took it over my hands and he was cleaning it. I was like, oh my God, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That I know he has severe OCD. Probably thought I was cleaning it wrong, right? But I was just like, all those little things that I didn't have in my life, whether it's family and stuff, I just feel like.
Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them. Plus, time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teen accounts.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Selling your car shouldn't feel like a second job. It should feel easy. With Carvana, it is. Just visit Carvana.com, enter your license plate or VIN, answer a few quick questions, and get an offer in minutes. Like what you see? We'll pick it up right from your door and hand you your check. No haggling, no hassle, no problem. Car selling made easy on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
This is going to sound so dumb. I truly feel like we are just always trying to heal our kid in us, child in us, all our traumas and, you know, find healing. And I find with Ev, he fills those voids of like, I know he's not going anywhere and I know he loves me unconditionally and just the support I needed, you know, comfort home, though feeling safe. And so all those things that I needed, I feel like he's healed the child in me.
But you need to do that for yourself too.
Yes, absolutely.
You cannot rely on someone else to do that.
No. And but just little things like I love hugs. I love giving hugs. My mom ever hugged me. Like
Really?
still doesn't. My mom's like, don't touch me, right? And so like he gives me these big hugs, and he'll even tell my mom, he's like, Dorinda, you didn't hug her as much as a child, you know? And
Passive aggressive comment.
so I just like love hugs, and he's like, oh, she loves hugs. So just the things that I just craved as a kid, I find in him.
That's good because you could have gone the other way because a lot of people marry or be with the what they're used to. And if you did that, you'd be with someone that didn't hug you and didn't want to help you or give you a better life or whatever.
He's only my second boyfriend in my whole entire life. I had a high school boyfriend. And then I was just like treated like shit in my 20s. I was treated like I went out looking like all the rest of my friends, and I have a friend and they'd be like, you're so beautiful, I want to take you to dinner. And then their friend would be like, want to fuck in the back of my car. And I'm like,
yeah,
why am I giving that vibe off? But like, I just look, well, you have a book. If you know, for people who don't know, Megan is a published author.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I co-wrote a book actually. I think it was published in 2018. It's called Girl, It's Not You, It's Definitely Him. And I wrote about all the nightmare dating stories that me and the girl I wrote it with had. Plus, we got stories from friends too. I
wrote 3 stories for your book.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, here, these are the top of my, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, my mom gave a story too from way back when. It was, I mean, it was fun and funny to write because when I first got single from that 3.5-year relationship, I was going on all these dates and I was like, what the fuck? I haven't stopped saying what the fuck ever since then. It's still bad, but I've had relationships since then.
Yeah. So in my 20s, like I met Ev when I was 26, but like I just look at how I was treated, and I was just like always just thrown away. And you know, you can call it the daddy issues, where you know you're just always trying to get somebody to notice you, or like if they leave, you're kind of used to it, you know. But I just look at all of these situations I was in, and like with my 40-year-old brain now, I would never let anybody treat me like that. Like I didn't even realize it was so bad. I'm like, LOL, I'll write these stories for your book and change the names. But I actually went back and read some of it, and I'm like, this is fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah. It's sad. You know, I didn't have bad relationships really at the beginning. Like I had really good people who treated me with respect. So now after when I was out of that and I was like, who do these people think they are trying to talk to me or treat me like that? So mine was kind of like the flip of yours.
Yeah. And I find it's like interesting now. Like I look at a lot of my friends who are dads now, and I just love the way that this generation is raising their children. Like they are just so there for them. And also you see these trends that they do on like social media where they take their daughter out for their first date. She should expect like, the door and the flowers, because I didn't have it. When I was 14, my boyfriend was 18. First of all, who was like, cool, let's like, let him, you know, and then that just went horribly wrong. But we were together for like 3 years. But and then it was just disaster after disaster. Like I didn't know how a woman should be treated. I didn't know what a date should be like. I didn't know what consent was. I didn't know any of these things. It's just that you did what you did to make a boy like you and pray that he liked you.
Yeah, honestly, if I had a kid right now, number one, she'd probably hate me because I'd be hugging her all the fucking time. I don't know how a mother doesn't touch their child. Like, and that sounded weird. I don't know how a mother doesn't like, you know, hug their child. And also I would be very vocal. I say her all the time because if I had a kid, I would want it to be a girl. But, I would want to teach her about what you should expect and what you should tolerate, what you should not tolerate, and just be very honest and open with her, which I think is that just a millennial thing? I don't know.
Well, even like our past episode that we did, just talking about like menopause and periods and getting your periods and how we were all like, no, nobody really taught your mom.
My mom talked to me. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I still remember asking my mom like how you have a baby, and she's like, you just have sex. and what's that? And then just left. And I was like, okay, you have sex. Look. I didn't know what that was.
I think a lot of time our parents did kind of rely on school to tell us about it. My mom did hand me a book about periods though. She was like, I want you to read this and then you can come to me with any questions. And then so I read it and I don't think I did not know what a period was. So reading that, thank God I did, because the doctor said to my mom, Megan's gonna start her period soonish. You should probably let her know what the fuck's gonna happen. So she did. She tried her best, but I think she was awkward. Actually, fuck this. I just remember this. My dad had a talk with me about puberty. I was watching TV in this little room we had in my old house as a kid, and he came over to me and he pressed pause. He was like, Megan, I just want to talk to you about puberty. We've all been through it. I've been through it. Grandma's been through it. John's been through it. Your mother's been through it. Everyone's been through it. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. I was like, okay. And then that was it. Like, I think without saying too much, he wanted to at least let me know the door's open, but here's no information at all.
Yeah. We've all been through it.
Like, cool, what's it?
Oh, you'll know. I think too, like, I just remember when I had my boyfriend, first of all, when I went to school, it was like, don't get AIDS. I remember sex. We just watched. So I was terrified. In grade 8, we played the AIDS game in a class. Okay. Yeah. So this is like, I've been terrified of STDs, STIs. And since I knew what it was.
The AIDS game.
So we were 30 in my class and, the teacher picked 2 people who had AIDS and you had to rate 3 people that you kissed or something like that.
Which doesn't transmit AIDS, but okay.
I think it was sex. Like 3 people you had sex with, fake sex.
Yeah.
So you put it in, and then she started picking names. She's like, oh, you have AIDS. Oh, you have AIDS too. You have AIDS. And then like 25 people are standing up and only 5 of us didn't have AIDS. And so like, that's how they taught us that. And then like herpes, I was like, oh my God. So when I had my boyfriend, my mom, the only thing was, don't get pregnant, don't get pregnant. And at that time in Quebec, the age of consent was 14. Yeah. We had these free clinics and they're called the CLSC. And so I took my ass to the CLSC and put myself on the pill. And I was like, I'm not getting, and every time we would have sex, I would go and get an AIDS test. I swear to God, I was tested. The doctor was like, you don't have to keep coming back. You haven't. I was like, just test me for it. Do I have herpes? Like,
my God.
Terrified of that. So like, that's all I knew was don't get pregnant and
don't get AIDS. I learned about AIDS from Degrassi.
Yeah, that was the other way.
There's like this guy in their class that had AIDS. And then did he get a nosebleed or something and people freaked out? I forget, but that's how I learned about AIDS. It was Degrassi.
They used to have like the male symbol and the female symbol, and they have like weights you could get AIDS at the CLSC. And I remember seeing like you would have to drink a liter of spit of the other person's.
So I can't deal with spit talk.
And I was, because you'd wait for your doctor and they're like, showing you anal and girls and this, and you just like, okay.
I actually like spit is disgusting to me.
Girl.
I just gagged.
Oh, wow.
The thought of that is disgusting to me. That's sick.
So we won't be putting you on Fear Factor.
Oh my God, no. Can you imagine? Okay, so you don't have AIDS then.
I don't have AIDS and I've never been pregnant. So, that stuck. But all the other stuff that I had to learn and go on my journey, I felt so lonely and unloved in my early 20s because it just did. I didn't know what to look for. So I really do, as millennials and as parents that are, raising the younger generation now, really having those conversations and those uncomfortable conversations where, you're learning about consent and how to be treated and what you deserve. And God, I hope they're having like financial conversations with them too, because we didn't have those either.
My dad tried his damnedest to make me good with finances.
But he loves a spreadsheet like your dad.
He tried so hard. God bless him.
Docs in Excel because he's just
he's like if I'm like, Dad, I'm drinking tea right now and I don't know if I should buy this tea again or another tea. He will make a spreadsheet on like the benefits of both. The prices.
He should have made a spreadsheet for you for what is it called? My mind just goes perimenopausal, but the one before that.
Dating?
No.
AIDS? Puberty? Yeah, I mean, he probably did. Let's be real. He made a spreadsheet for us for our podcast. I did ask for that though, for just
He was peeping around the corner. He was like that guy in the tree, like looking like this.
ooh, a new opportunity for a spreadsheet.
You guys are buying a lot of things. Do you need me to make you a list, Megan?
No, he does love a spreadsheet. If you go on vacation with my dad, it's planned out. He'll write it all on a spreadsheet. Even the free time is on the fucking spreadsheet. Everything's on the spreadsheet.
Nothing says it's going to be a laid back vacay, like having to schedule free time.
He'd be like, on Thursday, it's going to be a free day. We're just going to do whatever. And it was always good to have it laid out. It was nice to know what we were doing. I've just never made a spreadsheet like that myself.
So let's manifest some shit right now, because so tomorrow is the official, when this comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Which is February 16th.
Tomorrow's February 17th.
Okay, so it is the official Year of the Horse.
Yes. And I'm just looking something up because my friend sent me something.
And you told me I can't wash my hair tomorrow.
Correct. Okay. On Lunar New Year, February 17th, 2026, do not wash your hair. Avoid cleaning, vacuuming, and sweeping.
Done.
Do not argue. I have no one to fucking argue with. Actually, I do. At my job, I could. Anyway, do not lend money. Baby, I don't have any money to lend. Avoid cutting your hair. Avoid wearing clothes with holes. Wear something red. Do I even have something red? And then there's reasons why underneath. But I'll send this to you so you have it.
Yeah, I love it. So, Year of the Horse, the shedding is done. Now we run. What do you want to manifest for your love life? Is that something that you're ready for?
Yeah, I am, but it's hard. I feel pretty discouraged with it. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I guess that's the reason you manifest something.
Do you find it was easier dating in your 20s or no?
I mean, in my 20s, I mostly had long-term relationships. I'll be honest, I don't put a crazy amount of effort into it. It's not like I'm on all kinds of dating apps and trying. I'm not. And I don't go out and give my number to every freaking guy that passes by me. So it's hard now because I think people just have so many options and they're not wanting to commit for whatever reason. And I guess I just don't know where to meet people anymore. I really don't.
That I find is the hard thing, because I look back too, back in the day, there used to be happy hours and you could go out with $3 and come home sloshed.
Yeah,
you didn't need that money.
I mean, we still could do that. I still could go out. I could go to a hotel bar or something like that, somewhere classier than fucking the places I've been going, and I can meet people that way.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I feel bad for the new generation, because they just sit at home and probably do the scrolling and everything like that. Yeah. Instead of really getting to know, like you said, it really is a vibe, and there has to be some sort of connection there, not just oh, they're hot or this. And I know a couple of people now who are a little bit older than me, but have been on Hinge and stuff like that. And they have been catfished to fuck.
Oh, really?
Pictures from 10 years ago and people lying about their age. There was a 45-year-old woman who said she was 45, but she was 60, and so you're putting all this time and effort and it's not even real.
Everyone I've met has been real. But the thing I think is most of them just want to have sex and that's it.
Yeah.
That's still the vibe I'm getting from people. Yeah. And great, we can do that eventually, but not right away. If we're looking for love, we're not going to do that right away. And so that's the thing that's difficult, is just, that's what I have found is difficult for me. Yeah. And that's the same with meeting people out. I've met a few boyfriends from Instagram. One messaged me because he saw me on what was that show called? The blind dating show, First Dates Canada.
Oh yes, you were on a dating show. Oh my god, we've been talking about dating shows for an hour.
I forgot. I've done so much shit. I can't remember.
You were on a dating show. I forgot. Tell us everything about that.
Actually, 10 years ago this summer is when I filmed that. Oh my god, I can't believe it was that long ago. Yeah, so I went on Love is Blind, First Dates Canada, and I basically they give you wine beforehand. I had gone out with a friend to have some wine, and then they strap you up with your mic and all that shit, and then they're like they send you on your way. So they're like, all right, and go. So it's still very like TV. You walk in, you're like, hi. I was like, hi, I'm Megan. I'm here for my date. Fucking bleach blonde hair, like this short. And
And did you know any of the guys that like did they give you? Oh, okay.
we had interviews before that told, like, we got to tell them what we liked in guys, what was our type and all that sort of thing. And one thing I said I specifically don't like, they gave me. I said,
So they love is blind you basically.
yeah, because they wanted but nothing came from it. Like, I don't like really short guys. I'm just not attracted to them. And they gave me a really short guy, really short.
With bleach blonde hair.
He was blondish. Yeah, he was. I was bleach blonde. But you know what? I sat down with him and I actually had a really good time. Like, we were actually having a lot of fun. Someone sent over a shot to us, and I said they didn't include this in the show, but I was like, "What's the shot for?" He said, "When we were in our holding, because you go in holding areas, the girls were on one side, the guys were in another area. They said whoever has the hottest date in the room will send them over a shot." And I was like, "Oh my God, thanks." So we did a shot, and then we did drink a lot, I would say. But that was my fucking hardcore going out all the time era. And they kind of made our episode about the fact that we just drank a lot. And I think they made it look like we did a few shots, I think, but we only did like one. But yeah, we just had a good time. We got litty. We were laughing, having fun. And at the end, he wrote me a note and it said, "Will you go on another date with me? Check yes, if you will. And if it's a no, do a backflip." And I think I still have the note somewhere. Who wrote the note? That just came to my mind. Ryan, stop. Who wrote the note? Anyway, at the end, we said we gave each other a kiss on camera. Ew, I hate even watching it. I've seen it before. Like, and he even sent me a screenshot. He was like, "Why are your eyes open when you gave me a kiss?" I'm like, "Bitch, I was drunk. I don't know." And, ugh. And we hung out that weekend. He came to like a barbecue with my friend's house the next night, but he was very annoying. Like, I remember being like, my house was right across the street from this house. I was like, "I'm gonna go get my something." Bluetooth player or whatever. And he was like, "Okay, I'll come. Just give me a second. I'm just chopping vegetables." I was like, "No, I'll be 2 seconds. I'll be right back." He's like, "No, just wait for me. I'll come with you." I was like, "I'll be 2 seconds. I'll be right back." And he was like, like that. And he was like trying to like be romantic and like push me into corners and like make out with me at my friend's house. And I was just like, this is too much. You're trying too hard here. And on the Monday after that, he said, "Hey, like, when do you want to go out this week? I'd love to take you out." And I said, "Honestly, I'm not really feeling it. Like, I had a really good time with you. Like, I'm really glad you were my date. Like, it was fun, whatever, but I don't see this going anywhere." He's like, "Yeah, I don't see it going anywhere either. I didn't really want to date." Like, really? Okay. And that was kind of it. I mean, we talked a little bit after that, just random texting. I house sat for him actually one time. So I don't know how I get myself into these situations. I house sat for him, and that was the last time by ourselves.
I want to do, you're not completely sold on it, but I want to do like a dating game Love is Blind podcast episode where like we have people choose like 3 eligible candidates, because I have so many single friends, but all of you would not mesh with any of. I'm like, no, none of you fit with the other person. And I'm like, if I could find 3 people and then we just ask like,
Yeah, I'm scared to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it for fun. I don't have to marry them.
No, but imagine you did.
I don't think I would. But
if I found you cute guys and I showed you pictures and you were like, "That's fine," and then we tried to match personalities and
no, if I was going to do it, I'd want to do it literally blindly.
Hey, all right, we'll see what we can work out here.
You know, I mean,
have any single guy friends? What's your age range?
probably like 33, 34 to 40.
Okay.
I've closed the gap.
Yeah,
I used to have it wider than that.
did, and I was like, oh, I couldn't do somebody in my 20s. Like, my brothers are like 26, and I'm like, you can't be younger than them, because I look at them and I'm like, you're making ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, they do.
This
They're idiots. You know what? I would even do somebody in their early I would even date somebody in their early 40s too. And you know what? Recently, I like met up with a guy out downtown. I told you about this, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. He was like, "I'm 46." I was like, "Oh my God." And he looks so good. I actually have a huge attraction to him, but that's not going to go anywhere. Regardless, he was 46, and like I would definitely date him if things were different. So I can't say I wouldn't date someone truly in their 40s, because they have to have this vibrant young soul though.
Yes.
You have to be. I'm not dating the guys who are like, I'm old. Like, no.
Megan hates that.
I fucking hate it. It's such a turn off. Like, I want you to be like, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm going to the gym, like a vibrant soul. That's probably why I go for guys younger than me, because they have that. And yeah, I'm attracted to that.
Yeah.
So I guess I could say 34 to 44.
We'll work on it. And if you have somebody you think would be great for Megan, you can email us at bridgesburnedpod@gmail.com. Send their resume to us.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Maybe this will happen.
Maybe this is how it happens.
Maybe. Why not?
We should come up with questions to ask them once they email, so we can. I need to vet these people.
You're getting a little excited.
You know what? Regardless of how shitty my time has been the last few years dating, barely dating really, but dating a little bit, I still always have hope that I'm going to find somebody. I really do. I don't think I won't. I've never been like, I mean, maybe in a depressive moment, I was like, I'm never going to find anyone. But really, I don't think that. I do think I will. It's just going to be harder now because I'm healthier than I used to be.
I think it's funny because a lot of people, and I remember my grandmother, I'd be like, Nani, like, how come you didn't find somebody after Poppy died? Because he died fairly young. And she was like, I've spent my whole life taking care of a man. Why would I want to do that again? And I was like, oh, yeah. And now being in a relationship for 50 years, I'm like, I fucking get it. Like, God, it'll be a sad day when Eb goes. And I was like, why am I going first? I'm like, oh, honey, that's cute. But I think I would just live like a golden girl, like find some girls and sit on the lanai and drink mimosas.
See, don't get it fucking twisted. I'm not taking care of you. Like, if we're dating, like, I'm not exhausting myself for a man. That's not going to happen.
No, but you do take care of each other and like other people's messes. And
I was in a relationship for 3.5 years and he was very independent. I didn't do any of that taking care of stuff. Like, I don't know what that means really, because we had a great dynamic, but I didn't take care of him.
Not taking care, but just taking care of yourself instead of somebody else as well. Like, it's instead of being a we all the time. And, you know, if there's a chair you like and you're like, oh, I really like that chair. Well, it's yours. It's not just your space. You have to both agree on it. Like,
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, like, it's not just you. So to do things that you just want to do and stuff like that, you know.
I feel like I'd have to find a way to always do that. I think both of us would if I was in a relationship. Like, you still have to be able to do things just for you. And I think maybe being in a relationship later reiterates that. Like, you realize you have to do that. Because if not, I did the compromising stuff too. I get it. You have to compromise sometimes, but it's also very important to do stuff for you.
Absolutely.
Very important. So I think having a house with a room for your own room, like a man cave for him, girl land for me, and I can decorate how I want it. I can like make it amazing. I can like have a bath in the tub that will be in there. Like, there'll be a fireplace, you know, stuff like that.
In your bathroom?
No, in my girl land.
Oh, in your girl land. Yeah, no, I love that. Ev has I call it cozy, wozy, tozy, bozy. Like, I want to be comfortable. So when it came to like furniture, I remember when we were first buying the couch, he wanted this like It was $700 back in the day. And it was a leather couch that just did this. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
couldn't move. And I was like, no. And so I was like, we're getting that couch. And that's the couch we're getting. And it's my gray couch that
I've slept on that. It's so comfy.
it's the most comfortable couch in the world. And he's like, I can't believe I fought you on this. I'm like, exactly.
It's a great couch.
So, you know,
Yeah.
you can still manipulate your little ways, but they don't know they're being manipulated. And that's why you got to go to men.
So true. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Like I said, email us, bridgesburnedpod@gmail.com, and send us your resumes. Let's get Megan married.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. We have to come captioning for it.
That's actually funny. Let's get Megan married. We also need to come up with some questions that are like need to be asked that are like,
Do you have AIDS?
yes, that's number one. Yeah. Like certain things are just not non-negotiables. I got to figure out exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Like no smoking. I don't like smokers, stuff like that. You got to be active, fit, go to the gym. You got to want to travel. I prefer you not to have small children. Because I want to feel free with you. Like I want to feel like we can go everywhere together. Big dick. Let's bleep that.
Energy.
Not just the energy, baby. The actual thing. We have to be very sexually on the same page. Yeah. If we're not, that's not going to work. Those are important things.
It's like crazy non-negotiables, by the way.
No, not at all. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other ones.
Well,
Maybe not have been in jail, prison, you know?
that's just called standards.
Yeah. That's a big one.
What if he's like a really sexy ex-prisoner?
No, I've dated a guy in jail. They're not worth it.
Girls got stories for days.
They're not worth it.
Okay.
No.
Write that down.
Their answer's no.
Really desperate, don't go to jail.
I didn't. He came to me. I was never seeking a prisoner. Never. I'm telling you.
Can we make that the episode title?
What?
Seek a prisoner?
Jesus. Should I tell the story really quick?
Yes. One more fun story about love.
I have so many stories and I honestly don't know how. Like every time you come over, I'm like, I have a story. I don't know why all these things sort of happen to me. I don't know why. But my life is not boring. That is for sure. So I was doing my radio show in Vancouver and I always kind of did it on this app called Bigo. It's very like TikTok has a similar thing now where you can go live and people can send you gifts and stuff like that. And I was doing it on Bigo and this guy started messaging me on it. I didn't know who he was. Lots of people messaged me and I was like chatting with him, whatever. We were having good conversations. In his picture, he looked really hot. Like I couldn't really tell. There was prison behind him. He was wearing a white shirt and a white like do-rag. Like it didn't look like prison-y to me. He was like laying on a bed, like with his hand like this. Like,
At least he was a smart one that got a phone in there.
I think he had a few phones, a couple phones. He had a bunch of shit. So he was like, hey, I have this app idea. I would love to talk to you about it. I need a spokesperson for it. And when you're in radio and stuff, people ask you to do that stuff all the time. It's not weird. So I was like, yeah, for sure. Let's make it time to do a phone call. And he was like, okay, so, first thing I'd like to let you know is I'm incarcerated. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, so then do we have to have a special time to talk? Like, are you like thinking he has to go
Call you?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't also think, how are you messaging me right now? I wasn't thinking properly. And then he was like, no, you can call whenever. I was like, okay, cool. He was like, yeah, I have a phone. I was like, okay. So we did like a voice. No, we didn't. It was just a voice phone call, not a video. And talked to him and he had this awesome idea for an app. I was like, that's really cool. But then we just kept talking. And then we were doing video chats. And then like he's very interesting, had like a very interesting life. And we just had really good conversation. Obviously, what the fuck else is he doing? That obviously has a good, like, he could talk to anybody. But he was smart. He's a smart guy. And then we just kept talking. And then eventually it just kind of was like a relationship, but like how really? And it just was, we talked every day really, but then we had dates on Saturday nights where we would do video chat. He would get alcohol somehow. I would too, obviously, because I am free. I can walk down the street and get it. And and I'd have music playing on my
Some toilet sangria. It's the spot.
he had it in like a jug, like a yellow jug. And
And that was
I mean, yeah, it is, but like the whole story he was telling me about why he was there and all this shit, I was like, you're wrongfully convicted. And he was in South Carolina, for fuck's sakes. He's from the East Coast, like he's from Philadelphia.
okay.
And yeah, I'd play music and he'd be listening to music with me, and like we'd be like dancing. I have like videos of it, of like us like dancing and shit. And like he did a whole video of his like room. Is it a room? What's it called? Cell with his roommate. And his roommate used to know about me too, and he'd say like hi and shit. And yeah, it was interesting. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about prison.
I bet you did.
I did. And like at night, someone always like a guard would go around and knock on each of the doors at night, and they'd have to go, two, like as in two are in here, two people are in the cell. And I was like, you should just yell three at one point, because I'm in here too. Just three.
I fucking can't.
It was like the shit I learned, and like the stuff I learned in general was like crazy. He taught me a lot, but
We're gonna get.
pretty sure he's still there. And that the last time I talked to him was like 3 years ago or something. I don't know.
No, we're gonna find you somebody who's free.
Yeah, I don't want to date somebody that's in prison.
Fair.
Again, in the United States of America. Jesus Christ, in South Carolina. So yeah, really though, he is probably a sociopath.
Yeah, I'd say.
And I'm not saying everyone that goes to prison is a sociopath, but when I look back with my new healthy mind, I think there was some issues there for sure.
And on that note,
Let's wrap it up. Yeah, if you want to date me, then send us an email.
people were slowly writing their emails, and then they heard that story. They're like,
Delete. This girl's slugged.
listen, she's tried. This is why we're here. She's been on dating shows. She's been in jails.
I never saw him. I never met him in real life, ever. And I probably wouldn't be able to do that. Because around that time, it was like COVID sort of times.
Yeah.
So I couldn't go visit him even if I wanted to.
Listen, we were all locked up during COVID.
I mean, I was going to work every day. So what was my excuse? Zero excuse. Yeah. So anyway, I've had lots of life experiences. You will never be bored with me, because I have so much shit that's happened to me.
Love it. Well, luckily we have a podcast to talk about it all.
Exactly.